From the very first reveal trailer, it was clear that a lot of people were worried about Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft. One, just because it's a Ubisoft game in general, and two, because people didn't really know what to expect from this trailer. They didn't really like the character. They didn't like how dirty they did the actress for this video game. But also, people just had a big problem with some of the graphics, the mechanics that were at play. It looked like a game that not as many people were going to be interested in as Ubisoft thought. And now that it's finally been released, a lot of those fears that people had initially have been confirmed. It is getting hammered right now by players. You can look a 4.7 currently on Metacritic. A lot of people complaining about the graphics, a lot of people complaining about the mechanics in general, especially when it comes to the stealth aspects of the game. But also, you just got people who aren't interested in this story. And even when you look at the launch trailer that they put out, even that got ratioed just over a week ago. And when you do look through some of this gameplay, it has been wild, the amount of clips that are going around of Star Wars Outlaws problems and glitches and issues, or even things like this from Asmongold. This video's got 1 million views in just 2 days. You want to see what a triple or quadruple A gaming experience looks like in the Star Wars universe? Well, here you go. Have fun with the stealth.
I'm gonna execute.
The boss is down. You are not.
Now, just that is wild, right? Just those two stealth takedowns, while people are actively hunting for you and are aware that someone might be there, that's fucking crazy enough, right? And it gets a little worse.
Got it!
Like it!
Hurry! Let's go! Hey, look over there! We're pinned down!
And this is going on for, well, they sped up the gameplay, but it goes on for another minute of him just hiding in that bush, everybody actively on alert, all this stuff, and they can't get him.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Stay the course. Stay the course. Stay the course.
We can do this.
Do not lose faith in the bush. They do not know where I am.
Do not let her get away. Let's go party!
So these are another complete miss with that kick there. This is just one instance, right? But right now, the social media is littered with problems from Star Wars Outlaws, including PlayStation 5 players who paid for early access to this game, who had to get an update because there were so many game-breaking and progress-breaking bugs in the game that they had to force an update and restart the entire thing. Congrats. Thanks for paying an extra $40 to $60 for early access to this game. Get fucked. And now it's looking like all this bad press may have actually had a pretty big impact on what Ubisoft expects this game to sell. Star Wars Outlaws sales forecast looks grim, analysts conclude. Estimated sales down by 3 million. Now, as I stated before, the idea that Star Wars Outlaws was ever going to be like a Concord situation or a Dustborn situation, that's not going to happen. This is a Ubisoft game. This is also a Star Wars game. But when you look at what Ubisoft thought they would do compared to what they're thinking now, I think it's safe to say there has been significant damage done to Star Wars Outlaws by so many people looking into it and realizing that the mechanics along with the story, they're just not interested. Ubisoft's sales forecast for Star Wars Outlaws has been significantly lowered. Analysts predict sales of only 5 million copies, down from 8 million just a few weeks ago. The company hopes Assassin's Creed Shadows will compensate for any sales shortfalls. Yeah, I don't know if I would be betting on that either, because that's another very controversial game that Ubisoft has coming out later this year. Ubisoft originally targeted $718 million in bookings for the second quarter, but the estimates have now been lowered to $553 million. So according to these estimates, Ubisoft or analysts are lowering their expectations for Star Wars Outlaws, now forecasting sales of just 5 million copies, down from the early estimate of 8 million. Now, who knows exactly how much was spent on this game in totality, and who knows if it'll actually live up to those sales estimates. But one thing is pretty certain right now: the reaction to Star Wars Outlaws has not been what Ubisoft wanted. We saw trailers getting ratioed for months before this thing was ever released. And now that it's out there in the unfinished way that it's out there, a lot of people are saying, nah, fuck this. I'm not even going to give it a chance. I'm done. You have some people that are not going to buy the game, but might try the Ubisoft Plus rental, essentially. You know, subscribe for $18 or $19, play it for 1 month, and then unsubscribe. Star Wars Outlaws continues to be a massive problem for Ubisoft, and now they're lowering their sales estimates.